This is what the glory of God is. We're just going to break it down. It is the opinion of God that establishes your value. And it has been already established. It is also his goodness. And I'll talk about this in the story of Moses. Moses asked God, he wanted to see his glory. He said, show me your glory. And the way God responds, he doesn't say, okay, I'm going to show you my glory. He says, I will cause my goodness to pass before you. So this is what God is saying. My glory is goodness. Okay, so how do we tie these two together? First, we need to understand that God is good. He wants us to see that first in his glory. Because if we can see that God is good and if we believe it, then we know that his opinion of us and his judgment of us is coming from that goodness. The glory of God in the New Testament, Paul tells us that we are looking into the glory of God when we look into the face of Jesus Christ. And we can see the way Jesus was. We can see that he was good. Right? He didn't ever turn anyone away. He didn't ever deny someone healing. So to really understand what the glory of God is, we need to understand that he is good and that he also believes we're good. His judgment of us is that we are good. You know, when God, in the beginning, in Genesis, when you read the creation story, I believe that is talking about the new creation, and it's something within. But when he says at the end of it, he looks at his creation, he says, it is very good. And you are that creation, and you have to come to that realization that he sees you as good. And this is his opinion about you. I want to read you in 2 Corinthians 4:6, just a little ways down from our last verses. For it is the God who commanded light to shine out of darkness, who has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. Now let me reread that, because we understand that light is understanding, and there's a darkness, there's a blindness and an inability to understand, and this light needs to shine out of that to give us understanding. Darkness can also be called confusion, because when you don't understand, you're confused. You're confused about who God is, and you're confused about who you are. So here is the way I would reword this. For it is the God who commanded understanding to shine out of confusion, who has shone in our hearts to give us understanding of the knowledge of the opinion of God in the face of Jesus Christ. So when we're looking in the face of Jesus Christ, we are seeing the shining opinion of God about you. Whatever God thinks about Jesus, he thinks about you. And we need to come into this opinion of his. We need to agree with it. We need to see it and agree with it, to have it start raising us into his thoughts and out of the thoughts below. In Colossians, it talks about that. Setting your mind on things above and not on things on the earth. Those lower thoughts, they are not of God. Those thoughts of just being flesh and blood, those thoughts that you are just, a slave of God, or whatever you've believed and whatever religion has taught us, or whatever we've just believed because of our own experiences or the culture that we've grown up in. Those are the lower thoughts. Those haven't come from God. So if we see this glory in the face of Jesus Christ, what does the face mean? What does it symbolize or represent? Well, it is your distinguishing feature. It is your identifying feature. When people look at your face, that's how they know it's you. Sometimes you see someone walking and you just see their back, or you just see the back of their head or something. You think, oh, it might be them, but then they turn around and it's not them, right? Or it is them. You can tell by the face. And so when we are looking into the face of Jesus Christ, it's talking about looking at who he is, his identifying features. And no doubt that God believes he's good. Of course he's good. He is God. And so when he looks at you, he is seeing the same as if he's looking in the face of Jesus Christ. He has the same opinion of you. The only truth about you is Jesus Christ. Anything below that, any thought below that, is not of God.